Dear students, how are you? This is your math teacher, Martin Moyo. Today we have come with a lesson entitled Handling Data and Problem Solving. And in particular, we are going to look at the objects and shapes. But before we go any further, we have to look at what 3D shapes are. These are objects that have flat faces, edges, vertices, or corners, but some do not have corners. For example, a cylinder. And let us try to look at the example of these 3D shapes. As we can look into the picture there, I have pointed the first arrow on top there. That is a face. If you go in the sides there, all the sides there, you'll find that there are also flat faces, flat areas which are also faces. And then the lines which are making up that box are known as edges. And then the corner where I'm pointing at is known as the vertex. So all corners there are vertices. So this is just an example of 3D shapes. Then let us go to examples of 3D shapes, looking at their names. Some of these 3D shapes. So question 2 says, what are the examples of 3D shapes? The A, we have a cube. B, cuboid. C, triangular prism. D, cylinder. And the last one is a cone. Having looked at that, number 3, what can we use to sort out 3D shapes? We can use a Venn diagram by looking at curved shapes. B, we can also look at pyramids that can also be put on a separate group. And then C, shapes with the 6 faces, these can also be put on a separate group. And then D, those that are having that are not cylinders can also be put on their own group. Now, let us have an example. In our example there, we have been given a cylinder which is on first position, and then we have a cube second, and then triangular prism third. Then we also have a sphere number 4, and then we have a cone number 5, number 6 we have a cuboid, and then lastly we have a triangular based pyramid. So in our rectangle there, and to the left hand side we have stated that shapes with curved faces should be put in that big circle. So we have a cone there, a cylinder, and a sphere. And then to the right hand side we have another big circle which has been headed there I've written a word known as pyramid on top there. So all shapes which are in a triangular form are put in that circle. Then the rest are between the two big circles, and these are the cuboid and then the cube. And then let us firstly come to our exercise for today. The exercise says use a Venn diagram to sort these 3D shapes, and the shapes which you have been given are two pyramids, and then we have a cuboid, and then we have a cube, and then we also have a sphere, then a cone, as well as a cylinder. You are going to do that work in this way. In the left hand side there is a heading there, curved faces. So all those which are having curved faces are going to be put in that big circle. And then to the right hand side I have written pyramids. That means all those which are in a pyramid form will be put in that big circle, and the remaining ones will be put in between the two big circles. And then that means you have finished the work, and then you can hand it over to me at school and it will be marked. I thank you.